Hello internet friends, it is I, Ell7, and today what I'm going to be doing is because in my last video I talked about how I like to do everything. Well, here I am doing a little bit of everything. I mentioned I like to sew, so here I am sewing. I am not an expert sewer, I'm not a professional seamstress, I'm not that, but I can manage with my own ability, and because it's my own stuff, if I mess it up, it doesn't really matter. So here I am, sewing my stuff. What I want to do is I've got this hoodie, which is like a large or an extra large, because I want it to be like Ariana Grande style, like a big hoodie, and I want to put Ell7 on the back, but like a customized Ell7, so when I'm like out and about on the streets or whatever, people can see the back of my shirt and be like, oh, I'm gonna go watch her YouTube, or maybe they'll just be like, oh, that janky girl shirt, but I don't know, we'll see. But as far as fabrics go, I've got this orange hoodie that we're starting off with, like, not gonna cut it, just gonna leave it how it is. And then I've got these random pieces of fabric that I've just collected. I didn't spend any money on these pieces of fabric. I already had them. So I'm pretty sure this is like a curtain material, which I don't care. I'll wear curtains. And then this is just like a big, oversized camo shirt. And this is velvet. If you know me at all, personally, or throughout my YouTube series, you will find out I am obsessed with texture, and one of the textures I'm obsessed with is velvet. So I got some velvet here, and I got some red because it's what I had laying around, and I've got this big sheet of like blue, but I don't really know if I'm going to use it because I'm not much of a blue fan, but we'll see. It will probably get incorporated in there. Alright. Okay, so my utensils that I have here. I have a pen. You should probably use a pencil or something that you're supposed to write on fabric with. A pen is not the answer, but a pen is all I have right now. And then a pair of snippety snips, a pair of scissors, and then I got some thread here. A lot of people are very picky about their thread color because they want it to match, perfectly, but I do not care about the thread color at all. So I've got gray and red here, and then I've also got some pins because you need them. And if you were wondering, this is just a little pesto jar, so that's what I keep it in, with my pins in. And then this hoodie I have here, as I said, it's a extra large. No, it's just a large. It's a large. And then when you get the hoodie that you're gonna customize or sew stuff to or do stuff to, be sure that when you are wearing the hoodie and flip the hood, that whatever you're putting on it isn't covered up by the hood, unless you're going to have your hood up all the time, which kudos to you if you do that, but I usually don't do that because it looks sketchy. Where mine stopped was about an inch above the arms, so I'm just going to lay my shirt down and I'm going to fold it to like right above the arms, so I know where to stop. I know where to start, actually. I know where to put my stuff at. And I'm not going to try to go like over here in this section, because where this is a big hoodie and I'm a smaller person, this part of the hoodie gets like warped, kind of. You want to keep the image or whatever you're sewing on the back of the hoodie, like where your back is going to be. So my back is going to be like here. So go ahead and do a little fold so you kind of know how much space you have to work with. And of course you can add things, like you don't have to listen to me directly. Like I said before, I'm not a professional. I don't know what I'm doing, so do whatever the heck you want. And But I don't know, I kind of had an image for this hoodie that I wanted. I think I want to take this and cut out the YouTube like icon thing and then use this as the play button. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this out and then I'm also going to cut this out into a triangle, and then I'll be back and show you guys my finished piece, and then I will sew those together and you'll see. I don't need to explain. I'm not sure if this is a trick or a hack or like just something that's going to completely destroy my fabric, but what I have here is what I want the little icon, like the background of the icon, to be. So I'm just simply going to fold this in half and then round off the edges simultaneously, only twice, but there are 4 edges. So I'm going to like cut and try to round it, and I'm going to see if that works, and if it doesn't work, guess what? I will figure a different way. So I'm like nervous with the camera watching me and you guys watching me. I'm like nervous to cut this. I feel like I need to turn the camera off just to cut. But no, that would be silly. So here we go. All or nothing, right? Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alrighty. And then next what I'm going to do is collect my scraps and put them to the side, because if I don't do that, they will clutter and be all up in the way. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. Should it be this big? Should it be smaller? I think it should be big, because why not? Maybe it should be a little smaller. Well, with sewing, if anybody knows how to sew on here, or you're just watching for entertainment or whatever, when you're sewing, what you want to do is like lay the fabric down, cool, fine, whatever, but then you want to fold it over and pin it and sew it. So I'm not going to cut it, because just simply by doing that, pinning it and stuff, it's already going to make it smaller. So I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to leave it how it is, and I'm just going to make a little tiny, or not a little tiny, probably a big giant, because this is big giant, little triangle for this. When you guys are cutting something and you're unsure about the size that you need, what I personally recommend for my own trial and error is cut it a little bit bigger than what you think you need. Cut it like a inch to a half inch bigger than what you think you need. Like I'm right now cutting out a triangle to put on this, and I don't really know how big I want it. So I'm going to just guess, but I'm going to guess bigger than what I actually need. Because also, keep in mind, when you're sewing, you have to fold things under. Or you don't have to, but you typically do fold things under. So, what if I just cut a big square and then... No, because that won't be the kind of triangle we need. We need a isosceles. Is that right? At least school helps me learn an isosceles triangle, so I can say it right now in this video that 4 people will watch. So here I am. I'm so nervous to cut this fabric because it's like my good fabric. Alright, here's my triangle. Kind of looks like a beak. But what I'm going to be doing with this is sewing it to this to make it pretty and soft. All I'm going to do is take my little pins fold this triangle, said, like so. Can you all see? Can you see? Do I need to move things? Things are in the way. There we go. All right, so the soft side is facing up, but now it's facing backwards. Pin my little thing in place. Same with over here. And then I am, does that look even? I think I kind of need to drag it more like this way. So that is what I will do. Well, this clip is very boring. Sorry. Alright, so once I got this on here good, just to give you the hoedown, throwdown of what's happening, I'm gonna pin this gold piece of fabric, yellow felt piece of fabric, or what is this? This is not felt, this is, what is this? Velvet. I'm going to pin this velvet piece of fabric to here, and I'm gonna fold the sides and then start sewing. So, I will be right back with that. Don't know how many of you are fond of sewing or know much about sewing, but I just wanted to retell, don't know if reiterate is even a real word, but I've heard someone say it before. So, what I have done is this, and what you're supposed to do is after you get the first stitch going, like, see I have this first stitch going this way, you're supposed to take it back through. So instead of the stitches being like done like like a dotted line, you want to go back over it and connect the dots so the thread holds stronger, and so it's a more durable outfit or creation or whatever. So don't know if anybody knows about sewing, but just thought I would throw that out there for the ones that don't. So this is what I have so far. And now I've just got my little sweater here, and I'm simply going to place this on the sweater. I'm going to kind of do it like cockeyed, and then I'm going to take my pins and just fold the edges down like a centimeter maybe, and then just pin it down all the way around it. It can be hard to pin around curved edges, but you know what, do your best. This isn't the best, but I'm not a factory, I'm not a professional, I'm just an L7. So okay, this is where I'm at on my hoodie customization. I just have my pins in, flipped this under, and now I'm going to sew it. So, alright. Hello, I obviously look very different. I found my makeup, so I beat my whole face to celebrate. But where we left off yesterday, or whichever day that I stopped doing this, this is the finished product of this, what I have so far. And this isn't exactly perfect. It isn't like, it could be better, and I know I can make it better, but I don't want to make it better. So this is the finished product for this part. Yeah, I know it could be better, but I don't want to go out of my way to cut all this off that I worked so hard for. So you just gotta take what you get and be happy with it. So there's that. And then what I've done is I had this big oversized camo shirt that I got either at like a peddler's mall or a thrift store or some place like that. This shirt was very cheap. It was only like $1 or $2 or something like that. So what I've done is I've cut the sleeves off of this shirt. It kind of looks super weird without the sleeves on it, and when I put it on, because I still want to wear this shirt, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this shirt yet. I might pin this so the armholes aren't so big, or I might just completely put like a different kind of sleeve on it. Like, I don't know, we'll see. It shouldn't be that hard, right? I did that, I can do this, right? Alright, so I've got my sleeves here. There goes all my little stencils. What I've done is I just wrote out L7 in like bubble letters. And I know I'm missing an E, but I figured since they're just stencils, I can use one of these E's, one of these E's, one of the E's in front of me I can use. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this backwards so like the ugly part of the fabric is facing me. And then I'm going to turn these backwards and write on here. But let me tell you what, I'm kind of dumb, so this is going to frazzle my brain to like flip all of these backwards except for this, except for the 11 and the V. Alright, so here I have my letters. I decided to go with one big E and then one little e, as if you can tell what these are, for the word 7. So, yeah. I don't know yet if I'm going to cut out, like puncture a little hole in the E's, or if I'm going to like put a little tiny bit of yellow felt on the E's. But we'll see. But now I'm just going to go ahead and pin this to where I want it on this hoodie back. So that's the next step. Alrighty, now I have got L7 pinned to the back of this. And I don't know if there's like a special technique you're supposed to use when pinning, but I obviously didn't use a technique. I just smoothed down the letters and then tried to pin them down without any like ripples in the fabric, which I think that's a pretty good method. And then as far as this goes, over here what I did is I like tucked it under and sewn it and all that good stuff. But with these letters, because they're letters and it's a bit more complicated, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sew around this, but with very like close in and outs. Does that make sense? Very close, like each stitch I make is going to be very close, so this won't fray and like make a mess, and so it will hold up. But next time you see this hoodie, I will have this sewn onto it. Alright, so here's the finished product, my friends. Yeah, it went well. It was very much so time consuming. Like this took a lot more time than I thought it was going to take. But I mean, whatever. Every project I start takes a lot more time than I think it's going to take. But I think it turned out well for my first ever customized hoodie. If I was to do it again, do it different, I would probably move this up a little bit more, like probably like 3 inches more, which I guess depending on the size of your hoodie, 3 inches is a lot, but since this is a big hoodie, 3 inches isn't that much. But if I was to do it different, another thing I would do different is I would do this better. But since I've already sewn it on there, I don't really want to take it off. This will just be the original, the prototype, or whatever the heck it's called. This will just be the OG one. I'll probably make a couple more in the future. If anybody is interested, I will 100% make you one and sell it to you. 100%. If anybody wants one, I will make you something. I will sell it to you because your girl needs some money. So, yeah, this is it. I was going to put something on the front of this hoodie, but if we're being real, me and my boyfriend are kind of gross and we're messy eaters, and him and I share clothes because I have kind of like a tomboy-like style, so I just kind of take his stuff. But the front of this hoodie, I don't know if you can tell, but it's stained. I've tried to scrub the stains out, and I probably can scrub the stains out, but they're like little food tiny grease stains, which I know is disgusting, but I promise this hoodie is clean. It's just, we're messy people, and I don't know. I'm still going to wear this hoodie. He's still going to wear this hoodie. I don't really care that it's got a few little dark stained spots. Maybe I'll do something to it so the dark stained spots look like they're supposed to be there. I don't know, we'll see. But as of right now, this is my finished product. I'm happy with it. But yes, be sure to like, to subscribe, leave a comment if you want. If there's anything you want to say, if you have a tip for me, because like I said before, I am not a professional seamstress. So if you have any sewing tips for me, definitely drop them down below. And something I always get a lot, everything I sew, I do it by hand because I don't know. That's just the way I like to. I have used sewing machines before. I just simply don't like using a sewing machine. But every time I tell somebody I'm sewing something by hand, they give me like a look. And I don't know if it's a good look or a bad look, but I always get a look. So, I don't know. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day.